From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Happy Thursday. I'm student meteorologist Kaitlyn here with your morning weather report. Taking a live look at Beaver Stadium, it is sunrise, as we can pretty obviously see. The sun is shining a little bit too bright for our camera to pick up that, or even really the colors that are happening over Mount Nittany and Beaver Stadium right now, but I can assure you they are beautiful if you do get to see them on your morning commute this morning. Our current conditions we're sitting about 50 degrees. You might see some patchy fog here or there, depending on if you're in a valley or not. We're hitting that time of year again where the valley fog in the morning is going to be pretty significant, so keep an eye out for that if that's going to impact you on your morning commute. State College at about 50 degrees. We dip down into the 40s in much of northwestern Pennsylvania as well. The lake breeze in Erie is keeping it generally warm along the Erie coastline. However, we are in the mid-60s all the way down in Philadelphia, so a little bit warmer in the southeast, definitely cooler in the northwest. A look at our current radar and satellite shows not much in terms of precipitation or clouds, especially in the west. You might see a couple of high clouds or maybe a sprinkle or two in the east that might be dissipating before it hits the ground, or it might even be some bats or some animals that the radar is picking up. So not much in terms of precipitation or cloud cover. And looking at much of the rest of the nation, we're seeing that the Northeast and Midwest are being kept pretty clear of precipitation and clouds from this nice, robust high-pressure system. However, if we take a look out into the Atlantic Ocean, we can see Hurricane Lee spinning up on its way to the northeast. We can take a look at how Hurricane Lee is going to interact with this high-pressure system by looking at our pressure tracker as Lee tracks northward. This high-pressure system is going to continue to push it out to the ocean. That's why Lee isn't able to make a northwesterly turn and make a mid-Atlantic landfall. However, as this high pressure slips out of the way, slips southward, Hurricane Lee is able to make a nice turn in and make potentially a landfall in Maine or Nova Scotia. We'll know more as the week progresses and as we go into the weekend. If we take a look at Hurricane Lee currently, as of the 5 a.m. update, it is a Category 2 hurricane, and it is expected to weaken as it travels northward. It is also expected to take a northeasterly turn once it reaches the continental United States and Canada, maybe even turning into Newfoundland as a subtropical low. So we'll keep an eye on that and the intensity of the storm as we go through the rest of the week. But there is pretty good model agreement going through the end of this weekend. And just so we're clear, this cone right here that we see, that is not where the impacts of the hurricane are going to be. That is actually where the eye of the storm could be. That's where all the models are predicting that the eye could be. So as we can see further south in the Atlantic, those impacts, the infrared satellite is picking up impacts more widespread than just that cone. We can actually see this really well by looking at our high-res water vapor satellite that'll show us kind of where a lot of the clouds and a lot of the moisture from this storm are. And taking a look at Lee, well, first of all, we can see that it's very dry up in the northeast. Those warm colors are indicating drier air. However, there is more moisture around the Atlantic, and it actually streams all the way up towards Boston and the northeast. So you may be seeing some high cirrus clouds or something along those lines in the northeast throughout the day today. And that is just how widespread some of the impacts from this hurricane are currently and could be throughout the rest of the weekend. A look at our future weather. We are seeing generally clear skies throughout much of the day today and into the evening. Heading into tomorrow, that northerly flow from that high pressure system is going to keep us clear yet again for a nice autumnal feel heading into the weekend. And these clouds that we're seeing right over here, that's what's going to stream in from Hurricane Lee as it progresses northward through the Atlantic. Look at our day today. 71 degrees for our high, a little bit cooler than what we've been seeing recently. Could still feel a little bit warmer though. Sunny skies, winds out of the north. And those winds out of the north will continue overnight tonight, keeping it generally clear, maybe a couple of passing clouds. We'll dip down potentially into the mid-40s overnight tonight. And we are going to stay a little bit on the cooler side going into tomorrow, a high of 72 degrees. Again, bright skies heading into tomorrow and into the weekend. If we take a look at our 7-day, I actually had to figure out how many times I could say sunny without saying sunny for every single day of the forecast, because we are expecting to see beautiful skies throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend and beginning of next week. So keep an eye out for that as we head into the weekend and enjoy your time outside while you can. From the Penn State Campus Weather Service, I'm Kaitlyn Have a great day.